King of fire. You finally in there, buddy.
Wow, man. See, I'm old school, so we're a little bit slow on the draw.
How you doing,
But
man?
yeah, I'm good, man.
Good to see
It's,
you, man.
it's
Thank God.
chilly down my way.
Thank God for technology. What did you say?
I said it's chilly down our way. How things upstate?
Yeah, it's chilly this way as well, man. It's chilly, but we surviving, man. We survive. I'm trying to get used to this time change. I'm taking naps all the time, and that's basically what's going on. Just trying to wake up, really.
Waking up to the piano, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I'm supposed to be in the studio this upcoming weekend, so definitely looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lasell Williams.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
How's everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I know you said you've been working on a few things in the studio as well, man. How you been having some fun in the studio?
Having some fun. I got some engineers that I worked with some years ago that are still up and doing it. And it's always good to work with familiar faces.
All right.
And we've been working on some cover tunes, and we got this hot dance floor on fire. It's a really good, energetic, cultural dance song. Simply put, it's an authentic party song, is what it is.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Awesome. So,
yeah,
for you guys that don't know, Lasell reached out to us, and we've been talking over social media for a good bit. That's how we met, and he reached out to us for the Bobby Womack / Anthony Hamilton tribute. But what I would like to do tonight, just for starters, man, is just kind of you can tell us, like where you're from, and how did you get started in music. What inspired you to do what it is you do today. Take us back to the first time you touched the microphone and all that good stuff, and how did you get to the point where you are now?
all right. So I'll try to do step 1, 2, and 3 out of 100 steps. 6 years old, singing with one of my brother's bands. My oldest brother sang and played for Otis Redding for years. So just singing around, playing around with the kids in the field, playing football, whatever, and was just singing. And my brother just happened to be in that area, and he looked at me with a very strange look. And he said, "There's something about your gift and your talent." Next thing I know, he had me singing lead at 6.5 years old for a 6-piece band, all adults. Things went on from there. We started doing a lot of political functions and political rallies. And during that time, they were doing the Black Power marches, and met some very interesting people. And then from there, it was through school doing choral music and Who's Who Among American Students. And from there, I got my first band, H2O. We were doing party music for basically high schools, hops, things like that. And there was a guy by the name of Daniel Hodge. He was the manager of a group called Midnight Blue. Midnight Blue was the hottest R&B band in the Southeast at that time. And so he came out to my brother's club, my family-owned clubs, supper clubs, and restaurants throughout Columbia in South Carolina. So he came out and scouted. Next thing you know, we were on the road. We were opening for the all-female group Climax, meeting in the ladies' room, me and all Paul's. And from there, we opened for Roger Troutman and Zapp, and from there it was Patti LaBelle, and then the Temptations. So we started opening for a lot of the headliners, and from there things just picked up, and did music for the next, I want to say 10 to 15 years. and got a family, started a family, got children, and we were coming off of the road after we did a trip to Japan. Came off the road for a while, for about 6 or 7 months, and I just got a quiet, still voice that was speaking to me along the way, and it was God compelling me to do ministry. Well, I'd never done ministry. I was raised in the church, and so I decided to give my life to the Lord and came off the road. There was so much confusion with contracts and management. And so I decided to lay the music down for what would be the next 16 years, and pastored churches and planted churches and raised my children in churches. And afterwards, maybe about 16 years, and everybody was grown, and I prayed for God to give me one more opportunity to go back to the world, but not go back to the world as a per se gospel singer,
Right.
but just to go back, and because I remember doing some good music for some good people. A lot of those shows we did, there were pastors and choir members and lay members, and I wanted to go back and do some secular music, but music that made people feel good and feel positive. And so the Lord opened the door for me to go back and start singing for the world, if you will.
Right. And that's what
that's the portion.
Yeah, and that's where we are today.
That's where we are today.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate that. We do have some questions coming in addition to just a couple questions I have. I'm gonna ask that. So that's an amazing story how God has used you to do ministry, and whether it be in the church or whether it be in the secular world, because you could be a witness wherever you go. So that's definitely amazing, man. So we were blessed to collaborate on this Anthony Hamilton, Bobby Womack collaboration, and I actually didn't know any of the music at first of Bobby Womack. I've heard through a couple of years. I've been playing playing secular music for a couple of years, and I've heard people ask me about, hey, do you know the Bobby Womack, any Bobby Womack? But I had never been exposed to it until working with you. And so tell me a little bit about what inspires you about the Bobby Womack, Anthony Hamilton. What made you want to do the Bobby Womack, Anthony Hamilton tribute?
Well, coming from the church, music was felt. It was called soul music at that time. It had the richness of the traditional church music or gospel singers, and that type of music penetrates the hearts of the crowd, no matter who the crowd is, whether they're black, white, whether they're young or old. And so Anthony Hamilton came off as this new version of the soul singer. Well, Bobby Womack, who was dubbed the poet, was an awesome writer, awesome guitar player. And he came from that time with Sam Cooke, who was one of the greatest pop artists of all time. And so I, being a soul singer, can relate to a lot of the stories that are being told through the original R&B music. And I can relate to a lot of Anthony Hamilton's songs as well. So it's the richness, it's the authenticity, and it's the quality of the music. When we played here, and you guys came in live versus tracks, it's like night and day.
Right.
It leaves you room to expand and to entertain.
Right. Cool, man. That's awesome. So tell us something about something you enjoy about your new single coming out, man. Just your music in general. So Lasell, I've heard Do Better. I've listened to that track, man. That's an awesome track. I like it. And I know you have, I know you have more music, and so I guess just talk about the music, that some of the tracks that you have done over the years, that what you like about those tracks.
Well, my music is like all artists' music should be the subtotal of their life or something that they have experienced in life, or uh, be it personal or through a friend or through somebody that they know.
Hmm.
Um, Do Better is simply an inspirational song. It's about a person who is set in their ways, who's stubborn, who's not willing to change, who's not willing to expand or um, or evolve. But he meets this person, this young lady, who was able to reach him and to bring revelation to him that allowed himself, his heart, to soften up, to accept. Sometimes you have to accept other people's ways of doing things.
Right.
You can't be so set in your ways that you're not willing to hear other people's opinions, and because people come from different walks in life. So Do Better is about a young lady coming into a hard, Shirley Caesar said, uh, was it hard man or tough man or stony man, get out of my house. And she was able to break through and cause him to want to do better, not force
Oh,
him
you
to
talking
do
about
better.
strong man?
Strong man, get out of
Yeah,
my
yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah. I've heard.
And so do better is about a strong man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's about a strong man who meets a woman that makes, and in that song he simply says, I like you. I like you because you make me want to do better. Set This Flow on Fire. Man, I was before my time, if you will. I came from a family of 21,
Wow.
and I'm the 21st. I'm the last of them all. And so I had so many different experiences in the house, and I came from the era of disco, and when people dance, and it was more than a two-step. Don't get me wrong. Now, I love Southern soul music, but we have gotten to the point where we just kind of bounce side to side, and that's it. Every song, one song. Set This Flow on Fire takes you back to the disco balls, mirror balls, the strobe lights, when people were able to release, and party without judgment, and party without shackles. That song says, "Shackles on my feet won't let me dance." Uh, and so, Set This Dance Floor on Fire is a liberating song, but it's also, again, a cultural song, and it's also a retro song, which takes us back to a happy place.
Mhm.
And that drummer is beating the brakes off that song.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that people are able to dance and just have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Right. 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 Well, I do have we got Katrina Madream on.
Hey, Trina.
Yes, and she sent a question saying, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, 5 years. I see myself doing music for sure. Um, I'm a true man of God, and I don't like to get before God. I see myself still in my gift. Um, I see myself at a higher level, and the ultimate goal is to share your gift uh, with the world through internet, through Spotify, however God decides that for me. Um, People ask me sometimes, will you go back to ministering and pastoring? And my response to that is that I'm always ministering. I'm always pastoring. I'm always sharing the good news. I don't know if I will ever go back to pastoring a congregation, because you can reach so many more people through the internet and through social media than you can with 300-400 people coming into a church building. And I applaud all the pastors, the mega churches and the storefronts as well. So 5 years, I want to have at least 2 completed albums done in 5 years. And I still want to be wearing my shiny shirt like I got on tonight. And
You
I
ready?
still want to be alive, Trina, and I still want to be loving you too, babe.
Yes,
We
sir.
go a long way back.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna get you 2 more, and I'm gonna get you on out of here at the top of the hour. So
Okay.
you got to tell the peoples, man. You got to tell the peoples. Give them just a little bit out the. Now he gave me a set, y'all. He already gave me a set, just so you can have something that you can kind of anticipate for this weekend, man. What's I see joy and pain, never too much, you know, so in love. What's one of your favorite songs off the set, man, that you want to do this weekend?
Love can be bitter, and love can be sweet. Sometimes devotion, sometimes deceit. The ones that you care for give you so much pain. Oh, but it's all right. They're both one in the same.
Thank you, man. Last question for the night, man. That was beautiful, man. It's Joy and Pain, everybody. By the one
Hey,
only Maze featuring Frankie Beverly.
Frankie Beverly, one of the greatest of all times,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir. Last but not least, man, where can we find your music?
LasellWilliamsMusic.org. You can go to my Facebook page, Lasell Williams Music. It's Spotify. It's everywhere. So pick up a copy. I'm going to re-release the Soul for Christmas CD next week. Some great holiday music. We recorded this project actually about 4 years ago. We're still doing great with it. And be on the lookout. And I need your support. I mean, I like when you like my post, but I need you to go and support the project. The single, Set This Dance Floor on Fire, will be released on December the 16th. We also have a video following the release. So I need your love continuously, need your prayers continuously as well. It's good to be with you, man. And I'm looking forward to sharing the stage with you all again on Friday night at 8. I'll be there at 8:30 at Reds, and we're going to have a ball. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you coming on out tonight. We made it happen, man. We made it work. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, man. Peace. I'll see you in a couple of days, brother.
Y'all join us, 1237 Pendleton Street, west end of Greenville, South Carolina. Lasell coming up, bringing the vibes up. Jazzy Trinity will be there. Y'all come on. It's live music's finest. Live band, live singing, all live, baby. All
And
live.
bring your dancing shoes.
Bring your dancing shoes. We're going to have a good time. Everybody have a good night. Peace, everyone.
Peace.